3 days before their wedding, the bride received a phone call that changed everything. The woman on the other end was crying. She said only 6 words. "You cannot marry that man." The bride froze. Why? There was a long silence. Then the woman whispered, "Because he is your brother." The phone slipped from her hand. In the next room, her fiancé was smiling as he prepared for the wedding. He had no idea. She had no idea. And neither of them knew that their parents had buried a secret for 25 years. 25 years earlier.
25 years earlier, 2 babies were born in the same hospital. A boy and a girl. Twins. At first, their parents were overjoyed. But the happiness didn't last. After the birth, a bitter argument began between the father's family and the mother's family. The father's relatives accused the mother's family of planning to take the children away. The mother's family believed the father's relatives wanted to take control of the children and push their daughter out of the children's lives. Soon, the argument reached the husband and wife. They stopped trusting each other. And in the middle of the chaos, the father took the newborn boy and left with his family. The mother, heartbroken and furious, returned to her parents with the baby girl. The twins had been born together, but before they were even old enough to know each other, they were torn apart.
What happened next was even worse. Both families decided to keep the truth from the children. The little girl, Amara, grew up with her mother and grandparents in another city. The little boy, Daniel, grew up with his father and grandmother. They were given different surnames. They attended different schools. They celebrated birthdays in different homes. And neither child was ever told they had a twin. Amara was told her father had left the family and wanted nothing to do with them. Daniel was told his mother had abandoned them. Both children grew up believing they were only children, and neither knew that somewhere in the same country, someone with their exact birthday was growing up with the other half of their story. 20 years later, Amara entered university. On her first week, she accidentally bumped into a young man outside the library. His name was Daniel. He smiled and helped her pick up her books. They started talking. Then they discovered they were studying in the same faculty. They became friends, and strangely, they seemed to understand each other almost effortlessly. They liked the same music. They laughed at the same things. Even their friends began joking. "You two act like you've known each other your whole lives." They laughed. Neither of them knew how close to the truth that joke really was. As the years passed, their friendship became love. Daniel proposed. Amara said yes. Their friends celebrated.
Their families were contacted about the engagement. But because Amara's mother and Daniel's father had been separated for decades, neither family had any reason to expect the other. Then, something strange happened. During a conversation about their childhoods, Amara mentioned that she had been born on June 14th. Daniel went silent. "That's my birthday too." They laughed. They thought it was just an incredible coincidence. Neither of them knew that it was the first crack in a secret that had been buried for 25 years. A few weeks before the wedding, Amara's grandmother became seriously ill. While helping clean the old family house, Amara discovered a dusty wooden box. Inside was an old photograph from the hospital. Her mother was holding a newborn baby, but beside her was something Amara had never seen before. Another baby. A baby boy. Amara stared at the photograph. On the back was a date. June 14th. Her birthday. Underneath it were 3 words. Twins. "Don't separate." Amara's hands began to shake. Amara confronted her mother. At first, her mother refused to speak. Then, she began to cry. Finally, after 25 years, she told her daughter the truth. "You had a twin brother." Amara couldn't breathe. "Where is he?" Her mother looked at her and whispered, "I don't know." Amara showed her the photograph. Her mother recognized it immediately. Then, Amara said the name of the man she was going to marry. Her mother's face suddenly changed. "Daniel?" Amara nodded. Her mother covered her mouth. "Where did you meet him?" "University." Her mother began trembling. Amara's mother desperately searched through the old documents. She found the hospital record. The names of the parents were there. The date was there. And beneath Amara's name was another birth record. Daniel. Same parents, same birthday, same hospital, same birth. They weren't strangers who had fallen in love. They were twins who had been separated at birth. Amara's mother immediately called her, and that was the phone call that changed everything. "You cannot marry that man." "Why?" "Because he is your brother." Daniel was devastated. Amara was devastated. Their parents finally had to face the consequences of the decision they had made 25 years earlier. The wedding was canceled. But something unexpected happened. Daniel didn't hate Amara. Amara didn't hate Daniel. had done nothing wrong. They were victims of a secret they never knew existed. For the first time in their lives, the twins finally sat across from each other. Not as lovers, but as brother and sister. Months later, Daniel and Amara began rebuilding their relationship, not as a couple, but as the brother and sister they had been denied for 25 years. Their parents finally sat down together. There were tears. There were apologies. And there was one question neither parent could escape. Why didn't you tell us the truth? No answer could erase what had happened. But the family finally understood something. A secret may protect someone from the truth for a while, but it can never protect them from the consequences of that truth. And sometimes, the decisions adults make in anger are the decisions their children spend years paying for. If you were in their position, would you forgive the parents? Tell us what you think in the comments. And if this story made you think about the importance of truth, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to Life Turning Point for more stories that make you feel, think, and see life differently.